Hello, everyone. Welcome into a Victory Monday edition of Xfinity Monday Live. What are all those claps for? You know why. We got PS2 in the house, best corner in the league, sitting down with us today. Pat had quite a few Victory Mondays now. How getting used to them?
Yeah, I'm getting very used to them. It's a great feeling knowing, we were able to secure those wins. Because this road wasn't easy, but to be able to secure the wins, it means a lot for sure.
When you talk about that, I mean, I know we keep hammering it, but you started 1-5. You could be one of 4 teams in NFL history to make the playoffs if you do after that start. Does that make you appreciate where you're at even more because of all you've been through?
Yeah, we've been through a lot of adversity through the start of the season. And, the main thing with us was just keeping our composure, never wavering, the team support. And through the whole organization, we believed in one another. And, we just displayed, our talent each and every week. And, it showed these past couple of weeks. So it's a great feeling.
Okay, what's kind of crazy? 2 years ago, 2021, you guys were 7-6 at this point. That feels like a lifetime ago, though, right?
Yeah.
It feels like a different team. How is this team, though, different than that team, perhaps?
I just think that the difference is we're so used to winning and we know what it feels like. And it's expected to win. Rather, I just felt like, that year we felt like, we need a win instead of, just feeling like, okay, we're going to win this game. And that's the type of mentality that's going throughout the locker room. And it feels great. It's a great feeling. And, everything's on the line for us. We got a lot, going for us moving forward, looking, out towards the schedule. And just knowing that, we have a lot of hopes, indeed, in sights like that, it feels great.
How do you balance that? I mean, the playoffs are so real. Chasing the Chiefs is so real. Balance that with the whole kind of one game at a time mentality.
Yeah. Obviously every win is a great win, but obviously there's always a next week. There's always a tougher opponent ahead. Not many tougher than the Chiefs, but, just securing wins each and every week in this league is huge because we know how tough it could get. Obviously early on in the year it wasn't our standard, but being able to get on a win streak and win these past couple games, it feels good.
Let's talk about one of the big reasons you're winning. This defense, oh my gosh, we are having so much fun watching you guys.
Yeah.
But, I mean, VJ's dialing up some super aggressive, these corner blitzes, these safety blitzes. Yeah. Do you like the style of defense they got going on?
Yeah, it allows us to play aggressive.
Yeah.
We know the game plan going in towards it, and that's to cause havoc against opposing offenses. And, that's just our motto. Our mindset is to, attack the ball, be physical each and every play. In practice, we really preach that and we really work on that and hone in on that. And it shows throughout the game. And, I believe these past couple of weeks we really showed what type of defense we could be. Mm-hmm. And the crazy thing about it is we could be even better, for sure.
A lot of you guys have said that week after week. Like, we're not even close to your best. I mean, what does your best look like?
Just all 4 quarters, just finishing. And I just felt like last week we didn't finish like how we wanted to. We wanted to post up a goose egg, on their end. But, that's just our standard, just dominating our opponent each and every week.
I want to talk about some of your teammates. Talk about J-Mac. I mean, he has come out, Jaquan McMillan, and been unbelievable. Did you see this from him? I mean, he's just blown up.
Man, to be honest, I've seen it since he came in as a rookie last year. He was just really dialed in, locked in, and understood the playbook very well, was making plays in practice and training camp. So I knew when his opportunity was going to come, he was going to shine. And, it was great to obviously see him get his spotlight and see him get his shine because it's well-deserving because he's definitely worked for it and he deserves everything he gets.
Another guy's working so hard and just popping off, PJ Locke.
Yeah.
Same kind of thing. Have you seen this from PJ? Did he just need his chance?
Yeah, I've seen it from PJ day one. He's one of those guys that understood what was going on, throughout the defense as a scheme. And he was just always that guy, that just, stayed the course, was always prepared mentally, physically. And I knew when, his name was going to be called upon on, he was going to make plays for us. So, it wasn't surprising at all what he's doing now.
That's awesome. Well, I haven't talked about you yet because we're going to do that in the next segment. I was just greasing the wheels. We got so much more coming up here on Xfinity Monday Live with the best corner in the game. Welcome back into Xfinity Monday Live here at the Viewhouse Centennial. A Victory Monday, and a Victory Monday indeed, because we got PS2, Pat Surtain in the house tonight. I keep saying it. Best corner in the league, best cover corner in the league. See, here's the thing. We're talking about VJ dialing up all these corner blitzes, but I mean, you're the best cover corner in the league. I feel like he's never going to let you do that. Do you ever say, like, hey, let me go?
It's crazy you talk about that because this past game I had a few calls dialed up for me to go.
Oh, yeah?
But sometimes certain offensive formations could really, not make that happen.
Yeah.
We got to adjust off of it. So it's crazy because the one sack that PJ got at the end of the game, the sack, both of us went.
Okay.
And it was like a bust. But the receiver's wide open. But I'm glad he got there and made the play because if not, it would have been bad on our end. But, there's some times where, he's just going to let me go, and let me make a play for myself. So, throughout the game plan, there's always like a few calls that allows me to, blitz off the edge. So
I've heard quite a few people already this season, Pat, saying that VJ's got this great luxury because offenses literally look at the Broncos defense and they start with where's PS2, and then they plan everything else around it. So it allows them to let a lot more guys come up. I mean, do you feel that? Do you notice that offenses are just they're scheming against you?
Yeah, sometimes I don't get that many targets, but I just think I'm really honed in and locked in on, my technique. Understanding, how I'm used in the defense. That's just to go against the best guy each and every week. And, I'm always ready for that challenge, always ready for that competition. And, I've always worked at being able to face that competition, understand who I'm going up against, whoever my opponent is. And that's to shut them down and, create havoc upon them.
Who's been your favorite guy to go toe-to-toe with this year so far?
I don't know. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot of great receivers in this league.
Yeah.
Just day in and day out, no matter who the opponent is, there's always going to be a challenge on that side of the ball because there's so many great receivers in this league. But, I feel like me, Devontae Adams had a few battles. Last week, Keenan Allen had a few battles. I
don't know if there were battles there, man. You won that battle. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. But it's a lot of great receivers in our division.
Yeah.
So, I'm always looking forward to that challenge each and every week.
So this is kind of crazy because it's the biggest compliment in the world when the QBs aren't looking at you, right?
Yeah.
But do you ever have to kind of like fight human nature and just stick to your assignment when they're going to be trying to avoid you all game?
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like there's some plays that, even though I may not get, passes thrown at me, I could, affect the game in a different way, in the run game or, causing a forced fumble, a strip sack, in that nature. There's always things you could always look back and rely on to make a play on. So, I'm not heavily focused on the quarterback, don't throw my way, but it's always an opportunity for you to make a play. Whether your name is called or not.
You're always making plays. We always see you making those big tackles, too, as well. Yeah. So much fun to watch you, Pat. We got so much more coming up here with PS2, but right now we got to head over to the studio where we find Michael Spencer and check in on today's news and weather. All right, Michael, thank you so much. It's time now for the People Want to Know. People Want to Know brought to you by Centura Health, official healthcare partner of the Denver Broncos and champions for the communities we serve. We got a lot of questions this week. Are you a sandwich guy?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool. Sarah wants to know if you could make the ultimate sandwich, what would be on it?
So I'm going to have to go with plain white bread.
Okay.
Keep it simple. Toast it.
Okay.
Maybe some provolone cheese on there.
Okay.
Turkey and ham. Lettuce, salt and pepper, vinegar, tomatoes, and some diced jalapenos.
Ooh, that's good.
With like light mayo and honey mustard as a condiment.
Oh, that's nice. Honey mustard, that's where it's at.
Yeah.
That's a good sandwich. What are we naming this sandwich?
P2 special.
Ooh, I like it. I don't know if any place is listening, but you should listen. Holidays are coming up, so Tom wants to know, what's the weirdest gift you've ever received?
The weirdest gift? Let me think.
I know, that's a tough one.
When I was little, I don't know if it's weird, but I was probably like in middle school. I had like somebody got me like some Captain Underpants drawers.
Oh, okay. You still
like some underwear.
You still got them?
Nah.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, wear them to Detroit.
They further along the lines in the storage.
There you go. Don't get Pat underpants if you're going to send him a Secret Santa. All right, that was the People Want to Know brought to you by Centura Health. We got to take a quick break. Coming up next, we're going to talk to Pat about all that good he's doing in the community with the Patrick Surtain Foundation. Stick around. We'll be back right here on Xfinity Monday Live. Man, what a treat tonight. We got PS2 in the house. And Pat, you're not only doing work on the field, but off the field too, so much. And recently, you just gifted 2 inspiration rooms to 2 schools. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing right now with the Patrick Surtain Foundation.
Yeah, so basically my mission is, so my foundation is a nonprofit foundation, and basically the mission is, to give a fair chance to those students who are in need of resources and educational needs compared to their suburban peers, so they could succeed at the next level. And so a couple, I believe a month ago, I held this inspiration room featuring 2 schools, George Washington and Manual High School. And it was basically, it was like a pitch day for them to be able to pitch the ideas and needs to see their school success. And it turned out being a great night. A lot of schools, both of those schools were very innovative during the process, and they had a lot of ideas. And it really caught my eye and the panelists' eyes too. And, and then during my gala, which I hosted like 2 weeks ago, it was a great event because just seeing the amount of people supporting the foundation, supporting the great cause, it meant a lot. So we was able to grant both schools, for their inspiration rooms. And it was a great night because being able to raise that amount of money for a great cause, it was a special night for sure.
Man, well, Pat, we can't thank you enough, not just for what you do on the field, but whatever you do off the field. Just incredible, incredible work. This community, Denver, we're just so blessed, so lucky to have you here. And, of course, we can't wait to see you ball out again in Detroit. That's it for tonight, Pat. Thank you so much. It's been such a treat, guys. We'll see you tonight at 10 o'clock. Hello, everyone. Thanks for logging on to CBSColorado.com. Time now for a few extra minutes with the best corner in the league, Pat Surtain II, PS2 in the house. Pat, what a fun season, a crazy season this Broncos season has been. When you look at it, I know we're not, we're talking playoffs, but we're not putting too much pressure. But let's just say you guys make the playoffs. You're going to make the playoffs. You would be just one of 4 teams in NFL history to make the playoffs after a 1-5 start. What makes you feel like this group has what it takes to make that kind of history?
I think it just starts off with our resiliency. We know we've been through a lot of adversity, and the team just always stayed the course. We never held our head down. We always just kept our head up and kept it moving. And that's the best thing about this team, just the amount of, tenacity and effort and belief in this team. It means a lot. So obviously playoff hopes is in sight, but we know we got a couple games left to prove our point. So
you talk about tenacity, and I just keep thinking about this defense and how you guys are just balling out week in, week out, getting takeaways, doing everything, making huge plays. What is it, I think, from your perspective, that makes this group so special?
Yeah, I just think, on all phases of the ball, from the front 7 to the back end, I believe we got a whole bunch of talent, but, it's just talent with a lot of guys that's just, eager to create and make plays, to create turnovers. That's just been our standpoint. And, when you got a bunch of guys that's just locked in and dialed in towards the scheme and towards the defense, it's set up for success, and that's what we've been doing. And we're just going to keep continuing to improve it because, like I said before, we feel like we're not at our best yet. And we still got plenty of time to show that. That's the scary part, and we're just going to continue getting better.
Oh, that's so exciting. When you talk about not being at your best, like when you're looking for, what kind of improvements are you looking for week by week?
Just finishing each and every game. I feel like sometimes we let our opponents off the hook just by us being, complacent in ways on the field. And it shows when you dominate the whole game, then you let up a little bit. It's a little frustrating because you want to dominate in all 4 quarters to the final whistle blow. And, that's just our mindset, just to dominate our opponent, be physical for 60 minutes each quarter. And, that's what we hone in on each and every week.
You're someone, you came from Bama, right? Winning is all you've ever done your whole life. Then you come in the NFL, you have a tough couple seasons. You're not the only one, right, on this team. So now to be back to just winning, which is what you're so good at. But I mean, does it, I know it feels good, but does it feel maybe a little sweeter? Because it was a tough couple of years getting and growing to this point.
Yeah, winning does feel great. Because who doesn't want to win? Obviously, in this league, we know how tough it could get. But being able to secure these wins, these big wins, it means a lot for the team because it creates a lot of momentum in our favor, and it builds a lot of confidence throughout the building. And, once you have that aura around the whole locker room, it feels great and nothing but success.
Let's talk about VJ because, man, does he deserve his flowers. It's been nice. A lot of people apologizing to Vance Joseph, but you go back, right, to that Miami game, and, man, he took it on the chin. Never put anyone under the bus, never panicked, and now all he's doing is fielding a unit that's just one of the best in the league every week. Can you tell us what it's been like being on this journey with Vance Joseph?
I mean, it's been great. Vance, he's not even just, a coach. He's a player's coach. And when you got a guy like that, you have no choice but to, build around him and, just, be comfortable in the scheme because, he believes in us as a team and as a unit, and puts us in positions to succeed within the scheme. And when you got a guy like that controlling the keys, controlling everything, you ain't got no choice but to succeed.
Yeah.
And it's obviously great having him. Such a leader and such a great individual. And, you want to put all your effort out for that guy, each and every Sunday.
You can see it. It translates. You guys have been really preaching that 1-0 mentality, 1 week at a time. But realistically, playoffs are such a realistic possibility. And the AFC is crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Right? I mean, there's 6 teams that are 7-6 right now. How do you not think too far ahead? Or do you? Do you scoreboard watch? Because every game counts, and what other teams do counts too.
Yeah, I just think, like you said, 1-0 mentality, we realize – our destiny is right there, but we got to control what we can control. And that's just making sure that we're the best Denver Broncos team, not the best against this team or against that team, but the best Broncos team that we could be. And that's just been our main focus because I believe, no matter what team we go up against, we believe that we could beat every team in this league, and that's just a mindset. And going towards each and every week, we believe in each other. We believe in ourselves. We compete at a high level in practice in the film room. So, it just gets us going, and this makes us eager to reach that spot.
Well, I got to tell you, this is I don't have to tell you. You're just one of the most fun players to watch. You're so good. You're so disciplined. Everything you do, receivers just can't get past you. But where do you feel like your game? What have you honed in on this year? What are you proud of what you're doing?
I believe film room is a big testament to my play. Just understanding opposing offensive game plans and what they're trying to get to, concepts, route schemes, and stuff like that. Because it doesn't make my job easy. It makes the whole defensive job easier. When I'm be able to allow the game to slow down for me. And it also enables me to make plays. So it's just great knowing that, seeing the transgression from my rookie year to my third year and seeing the progress, I'm definitely building on success.
Oh, man. Well, it's been such a treat for us. I can't wait one day when we watch you get that gold jacket you didn't buy, because that's coming too. Pat, such a treat tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you, my friend.
Thank you.
And, guys, don't forget, Broncos playing on Saturday this week, taking on the Lions out in Detroit. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next time.